Yes, very good evening, everybody. Please tell me, is my voice clear to all of you? I want all of you to be interactive and please keep on commenting in the chat box so that I'll know clearly, and that way we can have a very good interactive session. Please tell me. Yes, hi Hari Prasad, hi Radha, good evening. I need one clarification from you all. Is my voice clear? Rainy season has begun, so we will be having such issues, technical issues. So I need clarification from you. Okay, thank you, Chaitanya. Yeah. So yes, welcome to this first session of GRIT initiative. This is actually not the direct session of GRIT, but as I hope all of you have seen the schedule for GRIT, which we have posted in our reflections with Dr. Vivekananda Telegram channel. So as part of it, next week, that is from Monday onwards, you are going to have the subject of ancient as well as medieval history, right? So how are you going to approach this subjects of ancient and medieval history from the mains point of view? This is the main agenda of this program. So yes, I'm Dr. Mamatha, also known as Dr. Chaitra. Yeah, so I'm going to handle this GRIT mains answer writing initiative for this year. Now, as I told you, and as I keep on telling you, please interact with me. Let us make this session a very good interactive session. Please use the chat box to comment. Okay? Yeah. Now, I hope all of you have seen this PDF file. Now, one thing I want to tell you all is, on June 20th, we have posted one PDF file. After that, the latest one, we have added a few changes and then posted again. So you please follow the second PDF file, because this second PDF file has a proper schedule in it, and we have also made specific changes to it, which I'm also going to talk about now. Okay? Yeah. So this GRIT initiative is a very good initiative, and we promise you that it is going to be a very good experience for you in the answer writing practice. Okay. Yeah. Now, I hope everything is clear from the advanced as well as basic mode of GRIT point of view. Yeah. Now, please comment in the chat box and tell me if at all you have any doubts regarding this GRIT initiative. Now, let us clarify this doubts of GRIT initiative and then enter into discussing what needs to be done to study ancient as well as medieval history. Okay. Yeah. So please tell me, did all of you go through the PDF file? Do you have any doubts regarding this? Okay, Shrenita, Chaitanya, Hariprasad, Radha, Sakshi, Sai Krishna. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yes, good evening, Sakshi. Yeah. So please tell me if you have any doubts. Let us clarify these doubts first. Even if you don't have any doubts, you can just comment no doubts, ma'am, so that I'll understand and we'll get into the next aspect. Okay, fine. So I see no responses from you. So I'm thinking that all of the PDF file is very clear to all of you. Yeah. So let me just add on the points which we have added recently in this PDF file. The first aspect is, see, we have come up with a proper schedule so that you will be completing subject wise. For example, next week it is ancient and medieval. I'll show you the schedule. Yeah. See, the schedule is going to be this way, and it is going to start on 27th, that is on Monday. And please concentrate here. See here, it is ancient as well as medieval on 27th. I mean, so it is 27th, 28th, 29th, as well as 30. You are going to have the questions from ancient as well as medieval history. Even the previous year questions are going to contain the questions of ancient as well as medieval for this week. So this means that till Thursday, you will be studying ancient and medieval as part of grid. Next Friday, which is the 1st of July, you will have ethics. Now just imagine the effectiveness of this schedule. Now if I tell you all, if I just give you all 1 week, and if I tell you all to practice answer writing daily for half an hour without any mentor or without anybody seeing you, please comment in the chat box genuinely how many are going to do it and how many of you are not going to do it. I mean, you can't do it, you can't continue that consistency. Please be frank and tell me. Nobody's going to think bad about you. I repeat, if at all I tell you all, if at all I give you next 1 week and tell you all to practice answer writing every day on your own without a mentor or without anybody giving you questions, will you do it? Okay, Kundan says no doubt. Sai Krishna says please continue, ma'am. No doubts. Wanna how we are proceeding further. Okay, Sai Krishna. Yes. Yeah, but still I want to know from y'all also, right? As this is an online session, I'll have to wait for the responses also. So please be frank and tell me. Okay, Chaitanya says 1 week is okay. So second week you're going to lose that consistency, Chaitanya. Very good. I really appreciate your frankness. Chandana says, ma'am, will you be giving the topic for ethics before day or 2 days before? It's a very good question, Chandana. No, Chandana, we are not going to give specific topics for ethics, because you should be able to realize that ethics is a totally personal subject. So even if anybody asks you any question from ethics, you should be able to come up with your own answer. So even before you prepare something, even before you prepare a topic, you have to be in a position to write something about it. So we are not going to give specific topics for ethics. Ethics is totally a personalized subject. So you have to learn on your own gradually to write your own answers by giving your own examples, real life examples, or any people who have inspired you. You have to know how to include this in your answers. I will play a role in telling you what to include in your answers. But till then, I need to know before how are you approaching the question. Only if I know how are you approaching the question, I'll be able to guide you that no, Chandana, this is wrong. This is not the way you have to go with your ethics answer, whereas you have to write your ethics answer this way. This is how I'm going to guide you personally, individually. The evaluation is a personalized voice-based feedback. First, I'll give my feedback through a voice message. Right. After that, we'll have a two-way conversation. I'll be willing for a Telegram call also. If at all you want a Zoom session, we will schedule a Zoom session also. So this is how the evaluation is going to be an entirely personalized one. It is going to be a two-way interaction. I'll talk with you, Chandana. I'll say, Chandana, this is right, this is wrong, this is good, this can be improved. So it's going to be a two-way interaction. So for ethics, we are not going to give schedule. Ethics, you have to be prepared to write randomly. Yeah, on this note, I also want to tell you all about the randomization of this grit initiative. See, first we like last year and from the last 2 years, Vivekananda sir has been posting questions, everyday questions to write in the daily answer writing group. So this year we are coming up with a schedule. So till last year, it was totally randomized. Now we are coming up with a schedule. And what is the essence of this randomization? Even in this schedule, I'm just saying ancient and medieval history for the next 1 week. I'm not dividing the chapters. Now, what is the essence of this randomization? See, firstly, all of you should believe and should think that you are preparing for mains 2020. Like those who are giving mains 2022, you have to think about the day one of mains 2022. Those who are giving mains 2023, you have to think about day one of mains 2023. That means all this preparation is for mains, the main UPSC exam, not for this daily thing. You're not going to impress me. You should not write answers to impress me or to impress your friends when you talk with them. No, it is about your improvement. Even if you get zero in Monday's test, We are going to give 2 questions on Monday. Even if you get 0 in Monday's test, you have to feel happy because you will be learning 2 questions on 2 topics for that day. And also you will learn how to approach those 2 questions which you didn't know how to write in the morning. Right? So it's all about, when you see a random question, how you are applying your mind, which will help you all in your mains UPSC exam. You don't think about this week, don't think about next week, think about that main exam. So prepare yourself for that exam, and all this is a part of preparation. You should know how you're analyzing the question, you should know how you're approaching the question. Now I have a question. How many of you believe that content is the most important aspect for UPSC mains answer writing? I repeat, how many of you believe that content is the most important aspect for UPSC answer writing? Sakshi says, I'm not sure if I would be really regular and attempting, say, 30 minutes. Yes, Sakshi. So without any mentor, you won't feel that accountability, right? So obviously, you lose that consistency. For 1 week, you may do. But as Chaitanya said, you may not follow the same thing the next week. Sai Krishna says, difficult to continue. Yes, exactly, Sai Krishna. It is very, very difficult to continue because, first of all, you have to handle yourself. You will be demotivated every single day. You need somebody to motivate you every single day, because this UPSC preparation is as such. So when something is given to do on your own, you can't do it in this, especially in this preparation of UPSC, right? Yeah. So yes, answer to my question, please. How many of you believe that content content is the most important aspect of mains answer writing? Sakshi says content has a major weightage, but not solely important. Sai Krishna says, I feel. Okay, Sai Krishna says, Sai Krishna feels that content is very important. Okay, I'll just wait for two more responses. Sakshi says representation is most important. Okay, then I'll just wait for 2 more responses and we'll continue. Okay, Hari Prasad says content along with presentation is important. Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, now let me continue with the discussion. See, what I mean to say is, when you talk about mains answer writing, I'll be using shortcuts. Okay, mains answer writing. The first one you need to do immediately after seeing the question is, I'll write it here. It's not entirely about the content. It's not about the content entirely. The first thing you need to do is identify what is asked in the question. Next is you think about the approach, how you should approach the question. Next is you should have a clarity of what you're going to write. Here comes the content. Right? So the first thing is you have to know what is asked. I think like all of you have seen the session in the afternoon by Vivekananda sir. He says you have to read the question 5 times only to know what is exactly asked in the question. So there you will identify what is asked in the question. Only then you will know, okay, this is asked in the question, so I will go in this way. Now this approach includes dimensions. So you will know what dimensions to be written, dimensions as well as structuring. Then comes your clarity of expression. Your clarity of expression comes through content and answer writing. So this is what is essential for mains answers. So please don't feel that content is important, and don't fear that, ma'am, how can I write this question without even knowing anything about it? No, this is called as answer writing practice initiative. That means you have to practice even without knowing anything, because it is analyzing yourself. This way you will analyze how you are thinking from various aspects, how you're relating GS1 to GS2, GS2 to GS3, GS3 to GS1 again, how you are making use of many examples in your ethics answers. This comes only with thinking. See, I can bet on this aspect that even if you read a 250 words answer now, even if any question comes in UPSC, can you really reproduce the same answer in UPSC, the entire 250-word answer? No, you can't do it. Nobody can do it. Even rank 1 person won't be able to do it. This is the magic of UPSC. So you won't be getting exactly what you read. It's about what you understand, how you identify, how you approach, and how you clearly express it through the content you have in your mind. Please have this clarity in mind. So this is the essence of Grit Answer Writing Initiative. This is the importance of randomization. You have to hit it. You have to know to approach the question. So when we say, come to the institute at 8 o'clock and take the paper, take 2 questions and write it, we mean that we are making you ready for mains exam, UPSC mains exam. So that you have to think from that angle. You have to analyze your thoughts. If you practice it this way, if you practice it here, then don't you think the environment in your mains examination is not going to have a negative impact on you? You won't be stressed. Your mind won't be stressed. The thoughts will keep on flowing freely. If you practice it for 4 months here, just imagine its impact in the mains examination hall. This is what we want from you. Okay, this is about randomization, and this schedule is about randomization. It is made in an organized way, yet random. So the whole week, see, this whole week you will study ancient and medieval. I'll tell what mains 2022 aspirants should do in the later aspect of this class. Okay. So I repeat, this PYQ also includes ancient and medieval for this week. This PYQ includes modern history and post-independent India of this week, and so on. Okay. And ethics is a constant subject. Now, don't you think you will become perfect in ethics answer writing gradually? Because this includes ethics static points, ethics case studies, right? And also code-based questions. So just imagine the effectiveness. Do you get this chance to write every day if you do it on your own? No, you can't do it. So think on this aspect. Okay. Yeah. So I wanted to clarify this thing. And yeah, one more thing. One more important thing is, yeah, I know the mindset of students. Now some students, you will be ready to join this initiative, whereas your roommate or your friend may say that, why are you joining this initiative? It is only 2 questions per day. So if you add it, it is just around 10 questions per week. But if you join a test series and write it in the weekend, it is around 20 questions per week. But why are you forgetting that you're not writing it every day when you join a test series? Here you're writing it every day. You're practicing 2 questions every day, and it is not burdening you also. You're practicing 2 questions every day. You're discussing those 2 questions. You're getting evaluation for those 2 questions every day. So just imagine the effectiveness. That means every day you will be in this process of answer writing, which is utmost important to secure a rank in UPSC. Even if you get like you just qualify prelims is totally uncertain. Now let us not talk about prelims. So just think about interview. There are people who are under 100 rank even without scoring good marks in interview. Why? Because of their mains score. They have scored very well in their mains answer writing. That should be your aim. Only mains is in your hands, not interview. Interview, you can't say like which board you're going to go and how you're going to answer and how that environment is going to play a role on your mindset. But for mains, it is entirely in your hands. You are writing it on your own. You are reproducing whatever is there in your mind. So please don't underestimate this daily answer writing. Okay. And one more thing is evaluation. See, even if you subscribe to any random test series or even if you have any mentors, do you think you know them face to face? When you know a mentor face to face, when you talk or interact with that mentor directly, just imagine the effectiveness in your preparation. You can also share about if you get demotivated, you can share with me. I'll tell you how to get motivated, because my students who have been part of Laksha sessions, Gati sessions, last year grid sessions, know how I motivate students and how I personally interact with them. Even if they're not part of my initiatives, I motivate them. So just imagine, you will know who is evaluating your copies. You can directly interact. This you won't get through other means. Okay. Yeah, this is one more aspect. And about offline mode, online mode, you just go through this discussion, and all of you know like about my Gati sessions and all. You know how my discussion classes are going to be. They're going to be very elaborative, very comprehensive, in an interactive way. I'll consider all the students equally, right? And discussion sessions are going to be only online, no offline sessions, but only evaluation is going to be like, if you want to meet me at the institute, I will be available offline. Okay. Yeah, I told you about evaluation. Key will be available. Yeah. One more important aspect is I want to talk about this free initiative. Now, I know some students will be thinking this way. Ma'am, anyway, you're posting 2 questions in the reflections channel openly. And anyway, you're posting key at 9 p.m. openly. So what's the need for us to join this initiative? We can just see the questions. We can just see the answers. So what is the need for this initiative? Now you can ask me. People who want to just join this free initiative will have this doubt. Now can anybody in today's class tell me what difference it makes from basic initiative and advanced initiative? I want to know your responses. Chandana says, I think spontaneous thinking is important as nowadays questions are random. Exactly, Chandana. That is the main aspect. This is the essence of grit initiative because we want to prepare you. See, we don't want to give you certain syllabus. We don't want to ask you to prepare that syllabus and come and then write the answers. We can't say the questions are going to be asked only from this syllabus. We can't say like this. We want you to practice this randomization. Okay. Yes, hi, simple rights. Would this be daily? Yes, yes, simple rights. This is a daily initiative. It is for 5 days in a week, Monday to Friday. Sakshi says also, ma'am, we will get done by this in the morning itself. We have the whole day. Yes, yes, Sakshi. Once you do this, this will also make you active. That means psychologically you will feel that you have done something productive in the morning itself. You have started your day in a very productive way, right? Yeah. So simple rights says no feedback. Okay. So you want to talk about this? You want to talk about this? Okay. About this feedback. Okay, simple rights. Then other responses, please. Shiva says, yes, ma'am, I have same doubt. Will basic and advanced have same questions or different questions? Very good question, Shiva. See, basic and advanced will have same questions. Same questions. We are not going to differentiate it on this aspect. But I'm waiting for your responses to know from you all the difference between basic and advanced. Sai Krishna says, feedback helps to improve, ma'am. Okay, Sai Krishna. Yes, so simple rights and Sai Krishna are on the same line. They're talking about feedback. Yes. Okay, okay, Pushkar. Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, Pushkar. Yeah. So tell me, I'll just wait for 2 more responses and then we'll continue with the discussion. This session is also to clarify your doubts about grit initiative. So I'm taking some more time to talk about grit initiative because I want you all to know the importance of this initiative. This is not a normal initiative. Please know this aspect. Nobody is going to take personal care for 4 months. Imagine somebody taking personal care of you in answer writing for 4 months continuously. I will remember your names also. Like all the students know me. Kundan says personalized evaluation. Yes, then all of you are missing one more important aspect. Shiva says that's good one, ma'am, so that we have many answers to compare. Yes, yes, very good. See, one more thing is the discussion classes also. Yes, we have talked about feedback. All of you are right regarding feedback. Then what about these discussion classes? You are going to see when you read on your own, it is a different thing. But when somebody tells you or when somebody explains you along with approach, how to approach the question, will you ever forget it? You will not forget it. For example, I have received a call from a student recently. I don't want to name that student. That student is in this live session. She is sorry. Okay, I have revealed the gender. Yeah, so she is in this live session. I'm not going to reveal her name. You know what? She has attended my Prakashan sessions in the month of January and February this year. She has attended my Prakashan sessions where I have discussed the mains 2021 answer writing approach. And recently she has joined a forum is plan some plan that means that was like you just write answers on your own and they are going to see the serious aspirants based on ranking and they will take them into that particular initiative. Okay, now you know what, she called me and she told me that she is securing around 67th rank in forum is test and she hasn't prepared anything. She is not aware of any content, but she just went through the approach which I told her during my Prakashan sessions. And she has secured 67th rank and now she is part of that forum is plan. She is there in this live session. So this is the effect of approaching the answers. You don't need to have the content. You need to have somebody to tell you how you are approaching the answer, if it is right or wrong. I am going to do it for you. In basic mode, you're not going to get this. You're not going to be you're not going to have access to all the discussion classes. So you can't compare basic and advanced mode. Please don't do this. Okay. Yeah. So next, Pushkar says live writing within time. Yes, very good, Pushkar. This is one more important aspect. If you do it on your own, when you don't have anybody to show your answers to, peer reviewing is fine. Peer reviewing will go on. But if there is no mentor, what will happen here? What will happen? You tend to keep on writing your answer for 1 hour. You'll think about that answer. You don't get that seriousness. You just think about posting that answer, and psychologically you'll have this thing that everybody in the group is going to read your answers, so your answers should be perfect. You will think like this, that you want to make your answers perfect. So in that zone, you will forget that you're putting more amount of time for just 2 questions. I know most of the students have done this earlier. Please don't see for perfection of your answers. You should know your mistakes. Even if you get 0, you have to be happy. Pushkar says discussion class is for everyone. No, Pushkar, discussion class is only for advanced mode. The free initiative is going to have only peer reviewing. No discussion classes, no evaluation. Okay. And only one special incentive is there for this peer reviewing. Students who do 5 or more evaluation for 5 or more peer reviews for that particular week will be given access to one session, one discussion session of the next week. So no evaluation is not going to be there. They are only going to get access for the next week, one session. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Sakshi, directionless and stagnation. Yes. So this is the importance of this initiative. So please think properly and join the module. Okay. I'm just telling you in a genuine way. The users, I mean, from all the angles, I'm telling you. Okay. Yeah. Now, I told about this. Yeah, I told about the evaluation aspect also. Now, anything else you want me to clarify? Yeah, one more important aspect in this schedule is this. We have FLT on September 10th and 11th. This FLT is for mains 2022 aspirants, not for other people. Like if at all, even you want to write FLT, then we are going to provide it, but you have to tell us before itself that, ma'am, I'm not writing mains 2022, but still I want to be a part of full length test. Okay, so this full length test is for mains going aspirants, but if you want to write, just let me know before. Okay, yeah. So this way you are going to dedicate one entire week, as in 4 days in a week for a particular subject. Then just imagine the effectiveness. Your mind also will play in a your mind also will have a clarity. Okay, yeah. Now I'm going to talk about mains 2022 aspirants. They will be having this doubt that, ma'am, how can we keep putting one subject for 4 days in a week? Because I know some of you have subscribed to some test series, right? Now what you can do, if you have enrolled in a test series, keep following that schedule, but put around 2 hours for grit. Half an hour for answer writing, half an hour for discussion, half an hour or 45 minutes for discussion, and then the rest of the time for analyzing yourself and for receiving the feedback from me. So put 2 hours for grit and just do rest of the things. Grit is for randomization, especially for mains 2022 aspirants. So do this way. Okay. Now, if at all, like you can simultaneously, what I'm saying is you can simultaneously manage your time by quickly studying, by spending more time on analyzing things rather than gathering on the content. You can never gather 100% of the content. Please have this thing on mind. Nobody can gather 100% of the content, right? Yeah. Now, I'll just give you all a clarity about how you can divide your day. I'll just do this quickly before we get into ancient and medieval history aspect, right? Yeah. Now, if we talk about main students, mains 2022 aspirants, you have around 82 days. You have around 82 days. Now, there are some students who divide their day into different segments. For them, you can divide your day into 4 segments. This can be followed by other people also, not just mains 2022, for other people also. For other people, you have more number of days. Okay, so you have 4 segments: GS, essay, optional, current affairs. And this includes your newspaper also. Now, see, if you take GS, just think about spending 3.5 hours for GS. I'm leaving this essay for now. 4 hours for optional, 2 hours for current affairs and newspaper. This essay, you put it for Sundays. So write 2 essays every Sunday. That's it. You're done with essay practice. Now coming back to GS, 3.5 hours GS, optional 4 hours, and then current affairs 2 hours. Now how many hours? 9.5 hours. If this is counting up to 9.5 hours, if you study for 12 hours, then you still have 2.5 hours left for answer writing, which is very, very important. This is all studying aspect. All this is studying aspect. Now I'm talking about answer writing aspect. So if you're doing 9.5 hours, and if at all you're a student studying for 12 hours, you still have 2.5 hours for answer writing. If you're a student who studies for 13 hours, you will have 3.5 hours. 14 hours, you will have 4.5 hours. Now, don't you think you can do this? Mains aspirants, obviously you have to put around 14 to 15 hours in this next 3 months. Like, right, not even 3 months, around 82 days. Even if you give 12 hours also, you're getting 2.5 hours for answer writing. How effective this is. Even other students can follow this. Tell me, just give me a thumbs up or keep liking the video if you're liking whatever I'm saying, so that I'll know. Please do it. Please keep giving me a thumbs up or keep liking the video so that I'll know if this is making sense and if it is getting into your minds. Please tell me. Please tell me. I'm going to talk about weekly schedule also. This is a daily schedule for everything, not just for ancient and medieval. You can practice this for every day. It's for everybody. Sai Krishna says yes. Bharat gives a thumbs up. Hari Prasad says yes. So see, you have to divide your day this way. What does your mains include? It includes GS, essay, optional current affairs. That's it. And didn't we divide all this into this good aspect? So read optional, write the test, try to include answers every day in this also. Study for 3 hours, write answers for 1 hour. Instead of putting into the weekend, why don't you do it every day? Right. This you can do. Now I'm going to talk about those students who want to go for weekly schedules. Now, if we talk about weekly schedules, see, this also will be very, very interesting. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, if you want to go with weekly schedule, this actually doesn't apply to mains 2022 aspirants. Okay. It will be risky. For other people, it will definitely apply. So Monday, you go with GS1. This is apart from grit. Please notice that I'm giving you all the schedule, which is apart from grit. Okay. Tuesday GS2, Wednesday GS3, Thursday GS4. Then Friday, go with optional paper 1. Saturday, go with optional paper 2. Sunday, go with essay. Didn't you complete everything in 1 week if you want to go with a weekly schedule? Even this you can follow. Why don't you simplify your preparation? Why are you getting everything into your minds and burdening yourself? This is how you can simplify your preparation. And the main aspect lies in implementation. You come up with any schedule, but try to implement it properly, not for 1 week, but for every month, until you secure a rank, until you see your name in the list, until you go for interview. Do this every day. This is weekly schedule. And this is daily schedule. This is how you divide your day into 4 segments. And this is how you divide your week. And number of hours depends upon your comfort level. Okay. If you still have any doubts, you can comment in the chat box. I'll address them. If you don't have any doubts, we'll get into the history part. So all this is apart from grit. Even when you're following any schedule, put 2 hours for grit. Write random answers. Because see, like you should not feel bad that what if grit students see your answers and what if you write only 2 or 3 lines. Don't feel bad. There will be some days for other students also where they can't even put a pen on their paper. Whereas in your mains examination hall, your pen should keep on moving. And when will your pen keep on moving? When you have this free flow of thoughts. And how will you get this free flow of thoughts? With daily answer writing practice. That is what is going to be done in grit initiative. Right? Yeah. So shall I continue to history now? All of you got a clarity about grit initiative, about dividing your day, about scheduling your day. I've told the schedule for mains going students as well as other students. Right? Please tell me if you have doubts. Yeah, so you have to concentrate on this. Discussion classes and personal evaluation are not available for basic or free mode. Okay. Yeah. And if at all you want to see the question, study and write, you can do it, but don't continue that way. You try to write as soon as you see the question. That's what I want to suggest you all. Yeah, Sai says, yes, ma'am, please continue. Okay. Sai Krishna is very eager to know about ancient and medieval history. That's a good thing, Sai Krishna. Yeah, but still I have to wait for other students also. I have to get a confirmation that if they understood or not. Okay, Sai Krishna. Yeah, but it's a good thing that you want me to continue. Yes, I'm going to continue now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Hari Prasad. Yeah. So I'm continuing history. Yeah. Now, before I start, I want to give you all a clarity. First thing is, now please stop seeing things from prelims point of view. You forget prelims. Forget prelims for the next 4 to 5 months, or even until December, you forget about prelims. This is mains phase. Even if you haven't cleared prelims this time, even if you're a beginner, this is entirely mains phase. So see things from mains perspective, get into analysis zone. Even if you see a news article, analyze what is given in it. What why is it why is that in news? What is being asked and what is being said? Okay, why is it making a big news and how difference it is making to the common people? Because UPSC tends to concentrate on the aspects of common people, especially the society aspect. Okay, this you have to know. Yeah. Now, I want to know from y'all the answer for this question. Yeah. Please answer this question. Please, I want responses. Let's make it quick responses, please. What is the subject history to you? I want to know how you see history as. What is the subject history to you, or how you see history? Please give me quick responses. It's going to be a very interesting discussion. Sai Krishna says our past. Okay. No, I want, yes, history is our past. You're right, Sai Krishna. But my way of asking question is how you see history as. Like whenever you think about history, what is that mindset which comes to you, or how do you see it at? What is your mood when you think about history? Do you get a good feeling, or do you feel like why this history? I have to study history. Who has invented this history? So this is how I want to know. Sakshi says various events of the past in a timeline. Yeah, that is fine, Sakshi. But what I want to know is, what is history to you? I mean, you're not understanding my question. I mean, are you all happy with the subject history, or do you find it boring? I want your answers this way. Or do you find it interesting? Because I know most of the aspirants will be curious, not just aspirants, any person. Most of the persons will be curious to know about what is going to happen. And that is why we have all the astrologers. That is why we have all palm reading places, right? So everybody is curious to know about their future. So are you curious to know what happened in the past? Kundan says interesting subject. Sai Krishna says interesting but factual. Yes, very good, Sai Krishna. This was what I was waiting for. Yes, now all of you are on the right track. Shiva says doesn't interest me. Very good, Shiva. Very good for being so frank. Yeah. So see, history is a boring subject to many of them, interesting subject to only some of them. And it is totally factual based as told by Sai Krishna. So, and one more important aspect is, okay, Anu says, written records of the past. Once a link is observed, it seems into very good, Anupriya. What she has said is absolutely right. Sakshi says, I really enjoy history, but not what UPSC asks for special interests. That's true, Sakshi, then that can't be helped by anyone. Right? Yeah. Now, what I mean to say is, the syllabus of history is vast. It is very, very huge. You can't remember everything. It is factual based. Sometimes it is boring. Sometimes for the first reading, it will be interesting. But during second reading, you won't find it interesting. You won't find it easy to revise. Whereas it is the most interesting subject. When, as told by Anupriya, when you interlink everything. Now, we have different aspects in history. As history is a vast subject, we have ancient history, medieval history, we have art and culture as part of history, then we have modern history, post-independent history, world history, all these are part of history, right? But you should not forget that, see, till prelims, you have seen all these aspects from different angles. That means from different perspectives, like discrete, the topics are discrete for prelims. Whereas for mains, it is not like that. Everything is interconnected. For example, if you see from the past 6 to 8 years UPSC question papers, how is he asking? He is relating ancient history as well as medieval history to culture. I'll show you in a while. I'll show you the previous year questions in a while. He's relating it to culture and asking questions. So you can't separate any part of history. Everything is interlinked and you will be able to produce very good answers on the paper when you know how to interlink this subject on the paper by writing. And how will you get this? How will you get this? I'll tell you. I'll tell you how to make this history an easy subject. See, first aspect is chronology. Chronology. So you have to know about all the events, the dynasties, okay, everything, whatever is there. You first read it like a story. Read it like a story. Like this applies to all the beginners, the people who are giving mains also. For mains people, you can take this as a revision aspect. So even while revising, you just close the book, close your eyes, and start recollecting the chronology first. Start with ancient history. Start with, then continue to medieval history, then go to modern, then relate all the art and culture aspects in every dynasty, in every kingdom. Just close your eyes and do this. This is part of revision. Whereas for beginners, you read it this way, chronology, and then remember it like a story. And we have many movies. Even if you take Telugu movies, I know most of you are Telugu students, so you have Telugu movies like many South Indian films. For example, if you take the Balakrishna's Aditya 369, in which the Vijayanagara Empire, like you'll get a view of how the Vijayanagara Empire was. So whenever you're reading Vijayanagara Empire in the medieval India, just put Balakrishna there. Are you understanding? So do it this way. Don't remember Krishna Devaraya has done this. No. Remember Balakrishna has done this. This will make your subject interesting. If you see from the North Indian point of view, there are some North Indians in our class today. So if you see from their point of view, you have Padmavat movie. You have Bajirao Mastani, where what is his name? I forgot his name. Ranveer Singh has portrayed all the important characters of medieval India. You have Jodha Akbar. Now, when you see this movie, and you have already seen the movie. Now, when you're reading anything about Akbar, don't remember Akbar. Remember as Hrithik Roshan is doing it. Hrithik did this. So what is this implication on the common people? How is the kingdom changing when Hrithik has done this? So Hrithik is Akbar here. Even when you take Padmavat movie or anything, Alauddin Khilji, be it anything, you remember Ranveer Singh. Ranveer Singh is so mean. Ranveer Singh has done this. Ranveer Singh has brought in this reforms. This will make your history interesting. Imagine, visualize, think that you're the king of that kingdom. Think that you're the queen of that kingdom and you're going on the streets. You're seeing how the people are living under your rule. And you have to think what reforms you have to come up with. This way you imagine, this way you visualize. This is the beauty of history, which you can't do it with anything, any other subject. I've received responses. Let me see. Bhavya says, very interesting subject, ma'am, but can't expect from where questions will come. That is what is randomization now, Bhavya. This is how you have to get acclimatized to randomization. That is what I was talking about. Sakshi says, I enjoy world history the most, but UPSC is it many questions in the past. Yeah, Sakshi, don't depend on this trend more, because you never know how UPSC will come up with a shocker. You never know. It will give 0 questions from medieval India this year, but next year it may give 2 15 markers from medieval India. You don't know. So please be prepared for all the subjects. Bhavya says, those specific terms in prelims. Bhavya, I told you, this is not a session for prelims. So please forget prelims, Bhavya. Okay, now come into analyzing zone. We are talking about mains. Next, Sai Krishna says, Jai Balaya. Yes, Sai Krishna. Sakshi says, yes, ma'am, Shah Rukh Khan in Ashoka. Yes, Sakshi, Ashoka. So don't remember, Ashoka has come up with many reforms. Remember, Shah Rukh Khan has done these reforms. Then you will never forget it. Never, ever you will forget these aspects. Kangana and Ran Lakshmi Bai. Yes, so you have all these movies made for history, but not for future. Like movies for future are yet to be made based on technology. But for history, you have many. Even for modern India, you have everything. Whenever, like from the time Gandhi has entered India, you have everything in a documentary form, in the movies form. Why don't you watch those? Why don't you watch history through movies? Hindu says history learning from past. Yes, Hindu. Yeah. So this is what I want to emphasize. Like now, chronology. After chronology, I told you visualization is very, very important. Imagine yourself. Think you are the ruler and think about all the reforms you have brought in. Think about a mean ruler also. Even if there is Alauddin Khilji, you think that you are Alauddin and think that I'm a very selfish person. I'm doing this. I just think from my perspective and I'm torturing the people. Think from that angle. Then when you talk about positives of Alauddin, think that I'm a very good person too. So I'm doing these reforms for the people. Then you will never forget these things of history. Be it for prelims, be it for mains. Okay, this is about visualization. And then next one is previous year questions. After doing this, after reading everything from chronology, after visualizing, you'll have a clarity about the dynasties coming up one after other. Then you see the previous year questions and how the questions are being asked. And frequent revisions of this. You close your book and revise. You study a topic, study about a kingdom, close your book, and then you tell to your own. At least you sit in front of the mirror and you tell to your mirror that I have read this today and now I'm going to tell you what I have learned today. This will help in your interview. Why you're forgetting that interview is also an important aspect. So through this mains preparation revision, you're integrating your interview preparation also. So how effective you are going to prepare yourself for every stage, mains, interview stage. And from January next year, you can start your prelims preparation. Don't you think this is fine? And if you find anything current affairs, chronology, visualization, revision, PYQs, current affairs. If you find anything in current affairs, then just go to your book, open your book and read about the essential elements of that particular thing. For example, if something is being given, something is declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and just check out if it has any historical significance. This is how you have to prepare. Be it history, be it ancient history, be it medieval history. Okay, analyze various battles. Don't concentrate on small battles. Think about large battles, archaeological records, IVC, social aspects, especially of women, caste system, all the dynasties, especially when you take ancient Maurya dynasty, Gupta dynasty, all the southern kingdoms, Buddhism, Jainism, philosophical aspects, Bhakti saints, about Sufi movements, about languages. And one more important aspect is, why don't you use Wikipedia? Earlier, students didn't have this opportunity. Now you have everything on Wikipedia. Open Wikipedia, see the images. That pictographical memory will stay in your mind. Watch, there are hundreds and thousands of videos available on YouTube. Watch them. Right. And other important aspect is write down points. For example, if you're talking about Battle of Buxar, when you're reading Battle of Buxar, read Battle of Buxar, close that book and write down that at least 10 points of that Battle of Buxar. Maintain a separate notebook and write down. And this is not your note making book. It is for you to analyze if you're remembering what you're reading. It can be considered as a rough book also, but you will practice remembering things. Write down 10 points of Battle of Buxar by closing your book. And mains 2022 aspirants, you can do this. You just don't study anything. You just open a random topic. For example, IVC, drainage system of IVC. That's the most easiest topic, right? Now, after this class, 2022 aspirants, you just write down drainage system of IVC, 10 points under it. And you see, even before reading IVC, how many points you're able to write. Do this. This is the effective way of preparing for mains, not just passively reading. Okay. And about medieval India, see, everybody knows that medieval India is not so important from mains point of view, but still, we can't predict UPSC. UPSC can come up with anything. The way Sakshi was saying now, and the way I replied to Sakshi's question, you can't predict what UPSC comes up with. So you have to be ready with everything. Don't ignore religion, philosophy, architecture, art. For example, the recent religious aspect in Hyderabad. What is that? Can anybody tell me? Chaitanya says, yes, ma'am, I will do that always. Okay, Chaitanya, very good. Sai Krishna says, okay. Sakshi, okay. Yeah. So tell me, from the philosophical point of view, what topic can we expect a question in this mains 2022? Because expectation everybody can do, right? So you also expect one question. Please tell me. Is my question clear? Yes, yes. So now see, UPSC won't concentrate on personalities. Please remember this. UPSC won't give directly about Ramanujan, but it will ask the questions based on what he has done for the society, what difference he has brought in the society, in the common people, in the views, in the mindset, in the philosophy, in the historical perspective. What history did he make for the entire world to learn from them? This is how you have to relate current affairs to the historical aspects. Yes, Ramanujachari, yes, this is Advaita. So many questions can be framed on this. The significance of this is Advaita, as told by Pushkar. Yes, this is how you will learn. This is how you have to relate. So medieval, all dynasties, society, culture, art and architecture, new elements brought in by outside rulers. If you take Mughal architecture, Mughal paintings, Mughal music, the Mughal difference that they brought in the society, fall of empires is also can be asked. Even that can be asked. You should not ignore. Okay. So this is what you have to do. Right? Fine till here. So I told you to integrate ancient and medieval history with culture. This is one aspect. And now many of you must be having this doubt about what sources, ma'am. This is a very, very common question. Now, what I will tell you is, all of you know the answer for this question. If you ask me what sources we have to refer, ma'am, my answer is, you know the answer yourself. Just go through NCRTs, complete all NCRTs, then go with reference books. You have very less reference book for ancient and medieval. Ancient R.S. Sharma, medieval Satish Chandra, art and culture Nitin Singhania. That's it. Then go with NCRTs, especially for southern kingdoms and ancient and medieval. Go with Tamil Nadu NCRT also. Now see, I have a question. Now there are some people who think that, ma'am, reading NCRTs is very burdensome. See, all of you have reached a level, all of you have completed your graduation or maybe graduating soon, or you are doing a post-graduation. Do you think it is difficult for you to read school standard textbooks? 6th to 12th is school as well as intermediate. Do you think that is difficult for you? Your mind is more mature than those books, than those children who are reading those books. So why can't you go back to school and inter level, and why can't you be perfect with NCRTs, which is the base for UPSC mains? So give importance to NCRTs. especially from ancient and medieval point of view, don't ignore Tamil Nadu NCRTs. Okay, because Southern Kingdoms is given in a very, very good way in Tamil Nadu NCRTs. Fine, clear about books also. So please have this thought that you are a grown-up person, you are a grown-up aspirant. So you should not fear NCRTs. You should be in a position to complete NCRTs very, very quickly. Right? Think positively. Fine. Any doubts still here? Please tell me. We are going to end the class in some time. Please tell me any doubts still here. I have something very, very important to tell you all in 2 minutes. But before I tell you all, I want to know your responses. Okay, Sai Krishna says clear. Other responses, please. I have a very important announcement to make. Okay, Kundan says clear. Shiva says no doubts. Okay, Sakshi also is fine. Yeah. So see, now, like I have a very good important announcement to make about history only. You tell me what you need from reflections for history. See, I'm asking you, what do you want from reflections to make history easier for you? This is an open session, so please don't please leave your fear behind and please comment what you need for history from reflections. I don't think any other institutes people will ask such type of questions to know from the students, but we are like this. So we want to know from you what you want from us. Take 1 minute time, think and tell me. Do you want separate modules for modern history, medieval history, ancient history, or do you want a complete module for history? Because we have a faculty. He is Nishant PM sir. Nishant PM sir. He has been teaching from the past 6 to 7 years. He has been constantly teaching history. And you know what? Last year in 2021 mains, 6 out of 8 questions came directly or indirectly from his sessions. I'm going to prove it. And students who have already who were part of this module of Nishant sir, where they texted immediately after the exam that 6 out of 8 questions came from Nishant sir's classes. And he has the speciality of discussing topics from in the form of question and answers rather than topic wise. He will make question and answers and then discuss it. I'll show you now itself. See, I'm showing you all. This is the file which he has prepared last year. See, Modern India History, Thinking Lines by Nishant PM. So he has given question and then the answer format. And he has discussed many questions. He has discussed many questions based on this question and answer format. And from this, 6 questions came in the UPSC Mains 2021. So do you want Nishant sir to make such module again? Please let us know. Please respond. We want to know from you all and we are willing to come up with many modules, especially Mains 2022 aspirants. Please tell us what you want us to do in the next 3 months to make you clear mains exam. You can also tell us directly. Okay. Yeah. So you tell us, okay, if not now, you just text us personally. Okay, Sakshi says many the topics in news that are important and on the topics where we need to focus more. Okay, Sakshi, noted your point. Sai Krishna says, okay, Sai Krishna also agrees to what Sakshi says. And you can also text us personally. Okay, now let's not waste time. Yes, so any doubts about GIT initiative, any doubts about this session on how to approach ancient and medieval? I told you what to do. I told you how to learn the subject, how to revise the subject, and how to write the answers, I didn't tell you all. Why? Because in this session, I told you all how to study. In my grid sessions, I'm going to tell you all how to write the answers and how to approach the questions. Right? So the same session, I'm sorry, same session, similar sessions we are going to have before we get into every subject. Right? For example, this is a schedule, right? See, if at all we are starting governance in this week, then before we get into this week, on either Saturday or Sunday, or if time permits, Friday night, I'm going to take a session on how to study governance. The same, similarly, how to study economy before we enter economy week, how to study environment before we enter environment week. This is what we are going to do. So just imagine the effectiveness of these sessions. As this is the first session, this is the open session. Rest all sessions are going to be only for advanced mode. Okay, and the session on Monday is also going to be an open session. We are going to post 2 questions and reflections channel in the morning at 9 a.m. All of you can write answers and post it in the reflections daily answer writing group. The people who are paying for advanced mode can do it, can post it in the dedicated Telegram group for advanced mode of grid. Other people write it in the reflections group, and I'm going to see your copies. I'm going to discuss. That session is going to be live, open session. So I'm going to discuss those 2 topics for the day, and I'm going to display the 2 best copies for the day. Or even if anybody makes many mistakes also, I'm going to display that and show that you should not make such mistakes. And one disclaimer I want to give is, please, you should not feel bad. If I say anything negative about your answer writing skills, you should not feel bad. It should be taken in a positive sense that you are learning from whatever I'm suggesting you all. Please don't get demotivated. You should not think that man is talking all negative about my answer writing. No, it is only to make you improve your answer writing skills. Okay, this is a disclaimer I want to give you all even before starting grid. So yes, if you have any doubts, please let me know. Nitin says, yes, ma'am, it will be helpful, but won't it take much time? Which aspect, Nitin? Can you please make it clear about time? It's not clear for me. Sai Krishna says, need Nishant sir's notes and discussions. Yes, Sai Krishna, Nishant sir will again come up with a similar module very, very soon. Okay. Sakshi says that would be really awesome. Okay, Sakshi. Nitin says, and ma'am, will Nishant sir be part of history discussion? No, Nitin. All the discussion classes of grit of all the subjects are going to be taken only by me. Grit is entirely my initiative, Nitin. For mains aspirants, for those who are giving mains 2022, we have special things, including Vivekananda sir. Sir is going to take special care of these people who are going to be part of mains and mains 2022. And he's going to take every session, a session every week for them personally. And then he is going to add to my suggestions if at all anything is needed. Then these people will also get access to 4 full-length tests. That's it. Nobody else is going to involve in grit, Nitin. It is going to be entirely my initiative. It's about history module. No, Nitin, it won't take much time. We are going to plan it in such a way that it will be useful for the mains people, mains going people. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? So please have this clarity that all the subjects of grit are going to be handled by me. For mains 2022 people, every weekend you will have a special session with Vivekananda sir where you can discuss and where sir will see your copies, and if possible or if he wants anything to add, he will provide the suggestions. And this is not available for other aspirants of advanced mode. Vivekananda sir's availability is only for mains going aspirants. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Please tell me. You can text me personally if you have any doubts. So yeah, just go through the PDF again, because this is a new PDF posted along with the schedule. Please go through all the points. See here, 2 questions will be posted. Then you have to write in daily answer writing group. Okay. Advanced mode people can write in advanced mode group. A separate group will be created for them. They should write in that particular group. I hope I have clarified everything. If you still have anything, please tell me. I'm hoping to see all of you in grit. Let's make it a huge success, and we want to see all of you to increase your answer writing skills enhance your answer writing skills tremendously, and write the best answers. Okay. So if you have nothing else to say, shall we end this session now? I'll just wait for 1 more minute for responses. Okay. If you still have doubts, you can text me personally to my Telegram handle, either to Chaitra or to Mamatha. Anything is fine. Yeah. So good night, everybody. I'm hoping to see all of you in my Grit initiative. Okay. I hope I have made things clear to all of you. Yes. Good night. I'm ending the session for today. Okay. Sakshi has a doubt. For online Zoom session, you will also join, or will there be some coordinator? Which online Zoom session, Sakshi? I didn't understand. I didn't understand this, Sakshi. Grit initiative is entirely mine. Even in sessions, online sessions, you are going to listen only to me. Okay? Acha, daily at 8 a.m. No. I'm not going to be seeing the way you write your answer, Sakshi. At 8 a.m., you will be given a Zoom link. Yeah, this one. Thank you for asking this, Sakshi. I want to clarify this also. So for those who want to write the test at 8 a.m. in the morning, you will be given a Zoom link in the advanced mode itself. These students will be given a Zoom link. You have to just log in. It will be open. It will be open for half an hour. You have for 1 hour also. And one more thing is, why don't you put up a timer for yourself and write the answers? This is a very interesting aspect, right? Put a timer for 15 markers. Grit questions are all going to be 15 markers only. Please make this note. Please make a note of this point. Grit questions are all, most of the questions, 95% of the questions are going to be 15 markers. Very rarely we come up with 10 markers if we feel that you need to write a short note on it. Okay. So put up a timer of 12 to 13 minutes and then write the answer. So for Zoom sessions, we will just make the session open for those people joining advanced mode, and a coordinator will be there. You have to just open your video, write your test, and submit it in the advanced group. That's it, Sakshi. I won't be there. I will be coming only in the evening session of Grit discussion session. Okay. Yeah. So yes, you're welcome, Sai Krishna. Yeah. So anything else? Okay, then if you have doubts, you can text me personally. Yes, good night, everybody. Make use of every minute. You don't think that you have very long time. No, for those of mains 2022, you have very less time. Other people don't think that you have much time. Every day is important. Every minute is important. If you couldn't see your name in this year's prelims list, you have to see your name next year. Not in the prelim, not just in the prelims list, but also in that holy PDF. Right? After the entire process, you have to see your name there. Fine? Yes, you're welcome, Sakshi. Yes, you also, Sakshi. Have a great weekend. Yeah. So good night. I'm ending the session for today.